Hi, I'm Nancy from Exceptional Travel. I am here today to talk about Hawaii in our series um, on Hawaii, with part two being about Maui. I'm glad you could join us today. And Hawaii is one of those very immersive type of destinations, and people really are expecting that these days. They want to get their hands on things and experience and zip line and snorkel. So Hawaii is one of the best places to be immersive. And just wanted to say a couple tips. The other day, I forgot to mention the Polynesian Cultural Center on Oahu. It is in the north. It is closed on Sundays because it is run by the Mormons. But it is a great thing to do if you have time in Oahu. Most people just spend 2 nights, maybe three, and then they head over to Maui. So Maui is a very diverse island. It's very known to be laid back, leisurely place. Everybody is relaxed. Um, there's some more areas that are more populated and others that are more secluded. Some have good beaches and some have not so good beaches, but maybe great views. So, going to talk about that a little bit today. Most of the hotels and restaurants and things are in this little town or near it called Lahaina. It was a whaler town, and a lot of the restaurants and little bars and things offer sunset cocktail hours, and it is just a beautiful spot to relax and get out and about a little bit. It's also a good place to head out to go snorkeling or to go on a whale watch and things like that. You can go and stay at some of the nicer hotels um, that people want to be on, maybe on the other side of the island in the Wailea area. Those hotels are very upscale and the views are just breathtaking. But it is far away from things. So if you did want to stay at one of those resorts, just know that you are really far and you probably wouldn't travel into Lahaina, say, for dinner. Whereas if you stayed in Kaanapali or that area, inlet area, you can have the options of being able to drive in and go on day trips. And in Maui, you really have to have a car, unlike when you were in Oahu, you didn't want a car. But here, you want to experience Maui. And so part of that is to get out and about. Um, Want to mention that the little towns are great. You can go along and go up to the road to Hana, and the national park is over there, and you can watch the sunrise. I'm not sure personally that I would drive that trip. I would probably do a tour so that I can enjoy it because the roads are very, very curvy, and most people drive real slow because they're nervous. So that's a really great place to go, though, is to watch the sunrise. My parents did it and had to get up at 2:30 in the morning, and but they said it was just breathtaking and one of the best things they've ever done in their travels. Um, like I mentioned before, Maui is a great location um, for the whales. Um, there's different areas that will you go to their port and get on their boat, and you can go on whale watching. And you can also go over to Molokini and maybe swim with the turtles. Um, there's lots of nightlife, like I said, up in Lahaina. If you wanted to maybe one night go to an adult magic show, it's kind of corny but fun. and you get to hang out and have cocktails. It's for adults only. Also, there are two um, luau's on Maui that we recommend, and one is the old Lahaina luau, which is very nice, and then there is goodness, the Feast of Lele, and I personally would want to sit down at a table and have people serve me. One of them is that way, and the other one is a buffet. So that's where a travel agent would come into play and help you, know the difference of those things. Um, Wanted to show you a little bit of the map here of Maui. This is how it is situated, and this inlet over here that I talked about is the Kanapali, Lahaina, in the inlet type of stretch. Then over here is the road to Hana and that big national park. Most people turn around and go back the same way they came when they go up there to the crater. Um, because the other going around the circle is very rough terrain, and you really need a good Jeep and maybe know what you're doing over there. Um, again, it's not something I would recommend that you would do. They even offer bike riding up on that road to Hana. Again, several people have wrecked off their bicycles, especially coming back down because of the curves and the deep bends. So anyway, another thing that's very nice I wanted to mention is that if you wanted to save some money, Maui has a lot of condos. You can have some condos that still offer maid service, still have a swimming pool, things like that. But it's nice having a kitchen because you can maybe have breakfast at the hotel and to save a little bit of money, and then maybe make some sandwiches to take to the beach. One hotel that we really like is in the Kanapali area, and it's a condo type slash resort, and they even have grills and things that you can use, and even a little restaurant. So if you want to do that, then you would have some money saved up, and then you could go out to dinner every night. So that sometimes helps. Most of the resorts on Hawaii and all the islands have resort fees. So they can be pretty expensive, sometimes $45 a night. So be prepared to, um, excuse me, be prepared to pay those fees directly to the hotel upon checkout. Um, Let me see if there's anything else I wanted to mention here. Okay. Oh, yes, here we go. Again, wanted to bring up Uncruise. They are an immersive, a soft, immersive company that gets you out and about in the water and around the islands. Some of the cool things to see, like the lava at night coming down. They go snorkeling at night. Um, it's really, really cool. They have a 7 day, and they say here that if you um, can walk a mile, then you can do any of these immersive vacations with Uncruise. And I am a specialist with them, and I just love their product. So if you had any questions, if you're like to kayak and snorkel and things like that, then this product would be for you. Another company that we offer that we really like is a Scorta Tour, and that is Globus. Globus has been in business for a long, long time, and I think like 95 years now. And they offer a couple of different ones, but I really like this one here. It's a 10 day, and it's called Best of Hawaii Islands. and it gives you a taste of a few islands. And then if you wanted to have a 14-day trip, you could still have a couple days to relax at a beach, before you fly home. Um, they go to Honolulu and visit Pearl Harbor. They go to Kona and go to Volcanoes National Park. Um, they go to at Maui. They do a whale watch cruise. Again, remember, whales are there about November 1st, December 1st to April 1st. So in the summer, there's all the whales have headed up to Alaska. Um, Let's see. Oh, okay. And if you wanted some of your meals and, people to bring you along, again, this is a very nice product. Highly recommend it. And I would just do an extension with a few nights added on. Well, I think I'm going to wrap up here. Next time we will be talking about Kauai, and I really love that island. If you're more of an outdoorsy person and want to be in a rural area, you won't have the nightlife, Kauai would be for you. So thanks again for stopping by to my virtual office at Exceptional Travel, and we will be talking to you again soon in our third part series on Hawaii. Take care.